And welcome back to the channel. On this video, I want to talk about the Segway Xyber. And so the original first Segway Xyber, we'll call it version 1, is available now for sale. I think they're shipping later this month of February, and they're still taking pre-orders on that though at $29.99, and that's for the single battery. I believe the dual battery, if you want the second battery, is an additional $7.99, so say $3,800 for the dual battery. I really like this bike. I like the look of it. I like pretty much everything it has to offer except for one thing. So it's got the full suspension. It goes 35 miles per hour, which is okay. And I like the tires. The fact that they're 20 inch by 5. I like the fat tires on it. I like the look. It's the style of bike that I absolutely like, for sure. But the one drawback, and it has good 4-piston hydraulic brakes. I think they're 220 millimeter rotor and 180 millimeter rotors. The one drawback though that I haven't said yet, but it's only 48 volt. So I think for that fact, the price is a little bit high. I think that if the $3,000 included both batteries, like that's 60 amp hour altogether, 230 amp hour batteries, then for sure it'd be worth it, I'd say, even at 48 volt. So it's a little bit high for the fact that it's only 48 volt. But you know what? It's not a lot high though. It's just a little too high. Like I say, I think 3,000 would be more fair just for the fact that it's only 48 volt. But if you put that up to 60 volt, then for sure it's worth it, I would say. At 60 amp hour battery, yeah. And the speed would probably be a little more too, but it's got tremendous torque. With the dual batteries, it's 175 newton meters of torque, so great amount of torque. But what I wanted to talk about was not just that bike though, but there's another one coming out. It'll be announced late spring, early summer for 2025, that they're coming out with a version 2. And the version 2 is going to be a class 2. So for sure we're going to see a lower price, and I'm going to try to guess what I think the price will be. Okay, so this other bike is 35 miles an hour, right? And it doesn't even have a classification really. It's unclassified, at least from what I read there about it. So if the class 2 version 2 comes out, and we'll say the motor, by the way, on the original is 6,000 watt peak. I don't know if it had a wattage for the motor nominal. I thought I saw 3,000, but I could be wrong. If somebody knows for sure, let me know in the comments. But let's take a little guess at what we think the class 2 might have. So the class 2, I would hope, had at least a 30 amp hour battery would be good, like one battery, hopefully 30 amp. And I assume it's going to be 40 volt, or 48 volt I should say. And top speed is going to be 20 miles an hour. By the way, the original Segway Xyber weighs 138 pounds, so it's a big boy. But let's get back to the class 2, what I think. So I'm going to guess 48 volt, 20 miles an hour, the bike's probably going to weigh still quite a bit, probably a little around 100 pounds, maybe a little more than 100 pounds. Hopefully they don't tinker too much with too much else, because I like the bike a lot for what it looks like and all that. I like the 5-inch fat tires, so I'm going to guess they're still going to probably charge quite a bit. I'm going to guess that that bike, now this isn't going to be pre-sale, this is, well, let's go with pre-sale. I'm going to say that they're going to want, I don't know what size controller, I'm not sure what size controller is in the one, the number 1 version Xyber, but I'm going to guess that they're going to want over 2,000, somewhere between 2,000 and 2,500. But I wouldn't really want to go more than 2,000. For the fact that it's only a class 2 and only going to go 20 miles an hour. I know that's keeping everything legal. So I don't think you'd want to pay over $2,000 really. So you'd hope that they kept the price right there, $2,000. But if it is a 30 amp hour battery, I could see it going a little over that, maybe $2,199 kind of thing. That's, I guess, on my part, but we shall see. But I hope if they do it, that they keep everything about the same. I know the motor is going to be a little smaller, so that should knock the price down. The motor is going to have to be a 750 watt. And so that's definitely going to knock the price down for sure. We'll see though, that's my guess. But if this one is 3,000 for the little more beefed up one, then I think a little over 2. I think $2,199 is going to be my guess. Now, some people might say that's too high, you know, for a bike that's only a class 2. But that's just a guess on my part. But I'm going to say around between 2,000 and $2,199, 2,000 and 2,200. That's the area that I think. But we shall see. So they're targeting, from what I heard, they're going to announce late spring, early summer. So I'm guessing, what, late April? I guess, no, early May to between May and June, somewhere between May and June, the end of June, announce it. So it's a little ways away, but we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you think. Would you buy a class 2 bike and pay $2,000 or a bit more? I'm just guessing, like I say, at the price, but would you be willing to pay that kind of a price?
I don't know how to compromise.
But I sure like the looks of their bike, the Segway Xyber. I like those, like I say, the big fat 5-inch tires, just like the Super 73 has. It makes the bike look really beefy. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. I wanted to let you know about that as I found out about it. I wanted to share that with you about a future Segway Xyber version 2 coming, class 2, late spring, early September, or early summer announcement. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to comment on this video or any other videos, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, keep your wheels on the road. See you later.